What is the best camera for macro photography? The best camera is the one you've got. That's what they've always said. But maybe if you are looking beyond what you have to what you could get and what you'd like to buy, then you really have to know what is the best camera for macro photography. For anyone looking to get into macro photography or maybe looking to get into photography as a whole, but would needs a camera that will be able to do macro photography, and well, even if you're already in photography, choosing a camera is always a very difficult thing, and you want to know what is going to be the best one that will suit your needs, especially if money is not a problem. So I really understand where this is coming from, wanting to pick the best one, because I mean, when you don't pick the best one and discover that, oh, there's a feature that the other camera has that helps people shoot better, it's really going to, hurt you. And it's also going to influence your results. So there's need to do research. I mean, picking a camera is like picking a partner, like a life partner. So it's not something you just boom, you just jump in and do something. You have to like really, do your research. So what is the best camera for macro photography? For me, it's an easy question with a straightforward answer. I'm going to say the best camera for macro photography is the OM1s. And this is not because I use the OM1 or because I love OM system. It's not because of that. And remember, I said OM1s. I've not specified which one yet. So let's get specific. If money is not a problem, OM1 Mark II. But if you are on a budget, then definitely OM1. Why? Because OM1 is way cheaper and still does everything that the OM1 Mark II can do. So the best camera for macro photography, without wasting your time, I've told you is OM1, the original OM1. But don't exit this video yet, because you have to know why OM1 is the best camera for macro photography, and that is just what I'm about to tell you now. If you're already in the macro photography community, you'll observe that many macro photographers use OM system or Olympus cameras for macro photography. And you may be wondering why so? Why do they use this brand for macro photography? First thing is because of the 2x magnification, 2x crop factor that these cameras give, because they're micro four thirds. So it means that you're actually getting more of your subject field of frame. And yeah, that's it. But if that's not something that thrills you, I want to let you know that in macro photography, the depth of field is very shallow, and a lot of times just one shot, which is called a single shot, will not get the necessary part of your subject in focus. So there's need for focus bracketing. And focus bracketing, of course, can be done manually, but I mean, it's stressful, it's not fast, and it's not going to be as clean as autofocus bracketing. Very fast, all you have to do is just press the shutter button and let it do its magic. Very reliable, very clean when you stack it in post. So OM system cameras and Olympus cameras, they have this feature even in their older cameras, or should I say more budget cameras. They have this feature, and this feature is a must if you have to do macro photography excellently. It's a must, to be honest. So this feature is what sets OM system cameras and Olympus cameras apart from other camera brands when it comes to macro photography. But it's not the only thing, because these cameras are built for adventure, outdoors, nature, macro photography, wildlife photography. That are very rock solid and rugged. This is a camera that, I mean, I've never dropped mine, but if you dropped yours, it still survived without any scratch. It's just that solid. And in addition to this, the cameras are weather sealed. You see, the thing with Olympus and OM system cameras is that you are getting premium features and pro, just a pro camera setup for less. If you had to get a camera that could deliver all these things in other brands, it would be way more expensive. And that is the thing about these cameras that just makes them stand out from their competitors. So if you are thinking of getting into macro photography, I recommend you look into OM system cameras and Olympus cameras. I still have one more thing to add. OM system cameras and let's say Olympus cameras, because yeah, I mean, they are together, in quote. There are one brand that have macro photographers and wildlife photographers at heart, right from when they're manufacturing their gears to after all of that. I mean, the gears are lightweight, and and then they really care about the macro photography community. So it's one easy way to, just get to be part of a close circle of the community. I don't know if that is actually, I mean, like, to someone who is not using web system, if that's something that could, bring them over. But yeah, it's a solid reason, to be honest. What this video is about, the best camera body for macro photography, you're not just going to pick a body without considering the lens options. So I'm going to give you a rundown of the lens options you have available if you are picking this camera body. And they're very, very exciting, because top of the line, you have the 90mm macro, which is the greatest. However, it's very expensive. On the low end, you have the 30mm macro. It's around 300 USD and it does the job very well. But don't worry, while that is something I can recommend for you, there's something even better. It's the 60mm macro. This lens new is 500 USD, but you can get it for 300 to 350 USD in the used gear market, and this lens is excellent. I mean, a pro camera like the OM1 needs an amazing lens like the Olympus 60mm macro. So if you pair it together, you're going to get excellent images, and that's just what I've used all through, and I've gotten the result I've desired. So this lens, even though it's not the 90mm macro, and even though it doesn't offer 2x magnification like the 90mm macro, is going to get you pro level result, just like the 90mm macro. Everything the 90mm macro does, it can do it, in quote. Yeah, so that's it for the lens options, and that's also another reason why OM1 is good, because I mean, which other brand are you going to get a pro macro lens that is 300 to 350 USD in the used gear market, or like 500 USD new? Okay, use your Google, check it, you won't find it. So all these make up why I recommend OM1 for you, and why it's the best camera for macro photography. In addition to, like, photography and maybe macro photography specifically, the OM1 is a solid camera that can do photos and videos, and maybe just any other genre of photography you want to get into, be it street photography, sport photography, events, portraits, all of that. And yeah, I'm mentioning these ones because I've actually used the camera for all of these and it has delivered. So yeah, again, what is the best camera for macro photography? OM1. And if you pair it with the Olympus 60mm macro, A1. Everything's just A1. So that's it for this video, and I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to sub.